Okay, in this video I'm going to show you real quick how to name an acid and then how to write a formula from the name. So we need these rules. First of all acids are going to begin with hydrogen. To name them, if it contains only two elements, write the word hydro, the stem of the element, drop the ending and add IC, and then the word acid. So in this first example, HCl, there's only two elements. So start with hydro. This is chlorine, so I just need the stem, chlor. It ends in IC, so hydrochloric, and then add the word acid. The next one, HBr, again, is only two elements. So we use this same rule. Start with hydro. We use the stem of the name, so this is bromine. So brome ends in IC, hydrobromic, add the word acid. And then the third one, it's also only two elements. So hydro, this is iodine, iodic acid. So hydroiodic acid. The next bullet, if it contains more than two elements, write the name of the polyatomic ion. If the ion ends in ATE, change it to IC. If the ion ends in ITE, change it to OUS. So HNO3. If we go back to our polyatomic ions that we memorized back around Thanksgiving, we would know NO3 is nitrate. So if this is nitrate, it says change ATE to IC, so it becomes nitric. Add the word acid. SO4, sulfate, again, ends in ATE, so change it to IC. This one, the spelling gets a little different. Instead of sulfic acid, it's sulfuric acid. And then ClO2, this is chlorite. If it ends in ITE, change it to OUS. So HClO2 becomes chlorous acid. HNO2, NO2 is nitrite, so ITE becomes OUS, nitrous acid. This next example, I have an asterisk by it because it's an exception. This one, even though it's three elements, it still has hydro. CN is cyanide, and it becomes cyanic, hydrocyanic acid. That's all there is to naming. So now to write the formula. All acids begin with H. Write the symbol of the second element or the polyatomic ion, cross charges, and use parentheses if needed. So we still need to know the charges of our elements. So hydrofluoric acid, all acids start with hydrogen. Since it's hydro, this tells me it's binary. That means it's only two elements. So fluoric tells me my other element is fluorine. Hydrogen's a +1, fluorine's a -1, so they cancel. So it's just HF. Sulfurous acid, since it doesn't start with hydro, that means it's going to be more than two elements, but my first one is H. It ends in OUS, so that tells me that my polyatomic ion ends in ITE, which would be sulfite. So sulfite is SO3. It has a -2 charge. Hydrogen has a +1, so I cross my charges. H2, SO3. Chloric acid. No, it starts with hydrogen. Chloric ends in IC, so it becomes from an ion that ends in ATE, so that's chlorate. That would be ClO3 with a -1. So my formula is HClO3. Acetic. The acid ends in IC, so that means my polyatomic ion ends in ATE, which would be acetate. So H plus CH3COO with a -1. This one's kind of different. And if you watch the video about the definitions of an acid and a base, you'll understand why I'm going to write it this way. Instead of putting my hydrogen in the front, because it's an acid, I'm actually putting it at the end. And that's to show bonding. And then the last one, carbonic acid. Carbonic ends in IC, so my polyatomic ion ends in ATE, which is carbonate. So hydrogen's a +1. Carbonate is CO3 with a -2. So it becomes H2CO3. And